So today I decided to take a drive up in the area by Wellness Ridge where they're going to be building the new Olympus. And I was totally shocked, guys. I was so shocked I had to do this video. I realized that there's so much more builders coming in. Beezer Home is about to come in that location. David Weekley's clearing out lot to be built there. And more importantly, I just realized Del Webb and Pulte started their development. We're going to be talking about that today. So there's going to be another 55 plus community coming in, plus another residential community, all by Pulte. This is what this video is about. And stick around until the end because I have two big secrets for you. Two big secrets that you do not want to miss. So stick around until the end. So as you all know, I've been doing a few videos on Wellness Ridge, and Wellness Ridge is a community where we have several builders building around the Olympus community. Olympus is going to be a huge training facility for athletes from all over the world. And in anticipation of this being built, we have all these builders coming and they're building all these different homes. But I'm beginning to see more and more builders coming in. And I'm about to tell you why that's so important if you're looking to buy new construction, or even if you're looking to buy a home, doesn't matter. New construction might be the way to go because there's so many builders. I don't want to reveal my secret too quickly. We'll get to that in the end. So anyway, I was driving. I'm like, Beezer? Oh my God, Beezer is about to build here. Then I realized David Weekley is clearing their location. And then as I drove around the roundabout, this is a great location, guys. I realized that Pulte and Del Webb is going to be building on the lake. Yes, there are 3 main lakes in this area. They're building around 3 main lakes. There's Lake Island, Lake Adian, and Lake Pike. Lake Pike, Lake Adian, Lake Island. So they are building around this lake. Now, what's kind of unique to what Pulte is doing is they are building, once you go in the community, you have 2 sections. You have the 55 plus community, which is going to be the Del Webb area, which we're going to discuss a little bit later. And then we have what they call the Pulte side. And the Pulte side is where we're going to have regular residential home built for all age groups. So over 55 plus, they're going to be in their own gated section. And then we have the Pulte section for the residential homes for all age groups. They're going to be on their own side. Both communities are going to be building around the lake. Both communities are going to have their own amenities, which is phenomenal. Well, the Pulte side will have a boat launch, but the people on the Del Webb side will be able to go over to the boat launch. So, I mean, this is, I did not know this was going on. I don't know how this missed me. Went over my head. Because I know they kept building and moving around dirt and all that stuff in this area, but I didn't realize that Pulte even already have, on the Del Webb side, they already have 4 model homes that you could look at. And on the Pulte side, which is for all ages, they also have a few model homes as well. what makes this location so great is it's closer to 429. So now the old Central Florida area, the whole Clermont area here, we have the main core, which is Route 27. And before, Route 27 is what would connect 50, which it still does, to 4, to the turnpike and all that stuff. That was the main core. They decided to open this road called Wellness Way or Wellness Ridgeway and connect that to Schofield Road, which connects you to 429. Why is this important? Because 429 now connects you back to the turnpike way quicker than having to go all the way down on 27, go through all the traffic. So 429 connects you back to turnpike and right back into Orlando. So great commuter location if you are commuting. And where this sits is kind of it. And oh, another thing I realized. So there's a main core road called Hancock Road. Hancock Road goes all the way from Clermont all the way into Mineola, which they're doing a brand new community over there as well. So Hancock is now going to come all the way from Mineola, all the way into Clermont, all the way back into Schofield Road, back into 429. That's fantastic news for commuters. So it's going to be so much easier to get around town now instead of looking for one road, that you have to keep driving down. So these developments, like all this new construction that's going on, this is going to be a crazy area, and that's going to connect you back into Horizon West, which goes back into Winter Garden. And Horizon West, they have huge communities out there. They have a movie theater in Big Plaza, lots of shopping, movie theater, and they even Tiger Woods as a golf stimulation, a mini golf court thing out there as well in Horizon West. And that connects back into the Wellness Ridge area. So this is just crazy, fantastic news. So this video is going to be about what's going on with the whole Pulte Del Webb thing and how they're building. So Pulte and Del Webb, they're building. I did a video on the 55 plus community that's been built called Sanctuary by Lennar. So I guess Del Webb wanted to take this up a notch. So they are building only single family homes. There's going to be no villas, only single family homes. The homes in Del Webb is the signature name for 55 plus communities. That's how they label themselves. Even though they're being built by Pulte builders, Del Webb is owned for 55 plus. So they're building a community in Mineola. I know they just started one down here in Lake Haven. In the Del Webb section, it's going to be gated. And there's going to be different amenities. They're going to have resort style pool. They're going to have tennis and pickleball court. They're going to have a clubhouse. There will be a social director that's going to arrange different social events each day. So you check your social calendar and you see what's going on. They're going to have a bar, a little bar area and a little cafe where they could have drinks and bring meals and that kind of stuff. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on the Del Webb side. On the Pulte side, which is where they're going to be building homes for all ages, so it's not just restricted to 55 plus, they're going to also have a lot of amenities as well, which we're going to go into in full details once I check my notes. But they're also going to have a launch area where you could launch off your paddle boat or your rowboat onto the lake. But if you're in the Del Webb section, you're going to have to come over to the Pulte section to get that boat launching area. They're going to have a breezeway movie lawn. They're going to have an area where you could launch your kayak and your paddle boat or your paddle board, launch off right over into the lake. They will have resort swimming pool, tennis and pickleball court, basketball court, an off basketball court, a fitness center. They will have a restaurant on the Pulte side, and they're going to have walking trails on the Pulte side. On the Del Webb side, they're going to have lifestyle events, social director stuff, a lawn with a stage, so you could get stuff done there. They will have a golf cart pathway, and some of the homes will come with a 2-car garage, plus a golf cart garage. They're going to have a barefoot bar, as I mentioned before, fitness center, and Lakeview pool with Sunshelf Spa Cafe. So it's going to have, the cafe is not going to actually serve food. It's just going to be a little cafe that they could bring food and then serve it. But on the Pulte side, it'll actually be a restaurant. And each community will be able to go to the restaurant on the Pulte side. Both communities have homes starting off at $400,000. On the Dell website is going to be all single stories. And the square footage are going to be ranging from 1,400 all the way up to 3,000 square feet. On the Pulte side, which is the side for all age group, they're going to be starting off at 400,000. Their square footage are going to include single story and 2-story homes, 2-car to 3-car garages, and they're going to be starting off at 1,500 square feet. The Dell website, they already have 4 model homes in the ground. I did walk around and do some footage on the model homes. So if you notice, you're going to see tapes on the walls and that kind of stuff, because they just finished epoxying all the garage floors. And they also just finished doing a lot of the touches. So all the different tapes on the walls is because they are going to go back and do the final touches. So these are 4 of their more popular models that are all furnished, so you could see it. One of them is completely smart, so as you walk in the room, the light comes on. So they built one completely smart. Now with Dell Web, and also with Pulte, you have to go, they give you the basic home. So you choose your lot, and there may be a lot premium on the lot. And then you go to their design center and they design the homes. So as you're looking through these model homes, do realize that a lot of stuff are going to be upgraded. The structural, some of the structural are upgraded. Now what they're doing on the Dell website is they're giving different incentives. So on the 40-foot lot, they're giving a $25 incentive as of the time of this video. On the 50-foot lots, they're giving a $30,000 incentive. And on the 64-feet lots, which are the lots for the bigger homes, they're giving a $40,000 incentives. With these incentives, you could either use them to pay down your closing, to pay your closing costs, pay down your interest rate if you're going to be financing, or you could use it towards different upgrades. So you remember, you might want to upgrade the flooring, the kitchen countertop, the cabinets. Those are some of the main things that people normally upgrade. Now remember, guys, if you're looking to buy a home, especially new construction, remember that me and my team would love to help you. My name is Sandy if this is your first time to our channel. And we love to help buyers buy any home, whether it be new construction or resale. Whether you're in the area or you're relocating to the area, we would love to help you. We have worked with many, many different buyers, and we help our buyers to save as much as they possibly can. We work with many different builders, so we're able to, based upon your needs and your wants, we will be able to tell you the best builder that will best fit your needs. So we have so many builders now building in Wellness Ridge, Pulte being one of them that they just started. It's a beautiful community, by the way. I must tell you, it's gated. It's right off the roundabout, so it's a very beautiful location. On the Pulte side, we're going to have different incentives based upon the different home that you pick and the lot that you pick. They also have 40-foot to 60-foot lots. The 40-foot would be the smaller lots with the smaller homes. The wider lots would be with the bigger homes. That's kind of how that works. So if you're interested in any of these or you want more information, let us know and we will get that information to you. Now, here's the thing about Wellness Ridge. Because we have so many builders building out there right now, and they're competing with each other, guess who is going to be winning this game, guys? You, the buyer. Because when builders compete, buyers win. Here we go. So we're in a market where interest rates are kind of high. The market is kind of slow. There's a lot of things going on in the economy, and people are scared to invest in a home. So builders are given a lot of incentives, and they're competing with each other. And what we do is we make sure we're on the inside of each of the builders that are building in any community, so we know what the best incentive would be for you. Now, if you're looking to buy a home, whether it be in this development I'm telling you about or with any other development, the best time to buy is either the beginning when they first start the construction, like right now in the Pulte Dell Web community, they're just starting out, so you're going to get the best deals. Or at the end when they're selling out the last few deals, or the best thing is buying a spec or an inventory home. What is a spec or inventory home? So a spec or inventory home is going to be a home that somebody else had on the contract. They went, they picked all their stuff, they're about to buy the home, but for some reason the bank did not give them the financing to close. So they can't close on the home. And if they can't close on the home, the builders don't want to keep the home. So they're going to contact all the agents they have in their database, and they're going to say, hey, we have this home coming back on the market. They couldn't close on it. If your buyer is able to close in whatever the time frame is, and they have different time frame because it depends upon what stage the home is. If it's fully built or to be built or almost finished, they'll give us a time frame. If your buyer could close in this time frame, we will do X amount of money off the purchase price, we will do this amount of money from the off towards their closing costs, or we will take this amount of money and apply it to buy down their mortgage rate. So that's the best ones to get. Now, in saying that, you have to go check the home out to see if whatever the upgrades are is what you would like. Because sometimes some of the things may not be what you'd like, but sometimes it's a trade-off. Because sometimes you might not get the color walls or maybe the cabinets or whatever it is, or maybe the flooring. A lot of times it's the flooring. So let's say you're buying the home and the person that you know, it's an inventory home, it came back on the market, the person went for carpet. Once you're getting a good deal, you could easily close on that home, pick up the carpet, and put floors down. So as Pulte decide to build this out, and Lenore is also doing the same thing down the road, by the way, but they're probably about maybe 5 to 10 minutes away from each other, where you have 55 plus meeting the regular residential side. So that means for older people that want to be in a 55 plus community, but they want to be near their family members, or so both gates will be with a virtual guard, and a virtual guard is where they're going to have a license plate reader. So when you drive up, something read your license plate and open the gate and you go inside. And if you have guests, you're going to have an app on your phone where you go in, you give them a 4-digit code, they put that in, it rings on your app, you look to see who it is, you'll actually see a picture of who is at the gate before you let them in. So that's just completely awesome and great as far as I'm concerned. These homes are being built along a lake, and as you know, Clermont is the highest point in Central Florida, so it has a very hilly terrain, and a lot of these homes sits very high up. You know, they have very high elevations, so of course the higher elevation lots are going to be more expensive. But that's definitely something to think about. Now, if you're on the regular Pulte side where we have the homes that are being built for all age group and you wonder about the school districts, there are many great A1 schools in Clermont that your kids will go to. We're in a community-friendly location, so we're close to, as I said, 429. We're close to Turnpike, and we're not too far from Highway 4. So if you're working in Winter Garden or in Clermont itself, or in Orlando, or wherever you're working, you're going to be in a great commuter location. And they're building a lot of infrastructure, guys. That's the good thing. So as these builders are beginning to build, they're building a lot of infrastructure. So here's my 2 big secret. Secret number 1 is builders are competing for your business. So this is a good time to buy a new construction home if you're in that price point, because the builders are going to want to get you the best deal possible. And they know you have choices where there's so many builders building, and they do secret shop each other, guys. And we are on the inside of this. So we know what builder is giving what and when. Each month, based upon the sales for the month before, the builders will decide what sale they're going to have for the following month. So for an example, we're coming up on the beginning of May. Based upon what happened in April and what the forecast is for May, they're going to have different incentives that they're going to be doing. Also for the pre-construction homes, I know what you're thinking. You're like, but I don't want to be the first one to buy because then they're going to be having all that dirt and dust and I'm going to have to live through all that stuff. The good news is the way they build these communities is they're building from the far end out, right? So the homes that they're going to build first will not be disturbed by the homes that they're building as they continue to build out the community, unless you go all the way back there and drive there, because they definitely sell in different phases. All right. So that's secret number 1. Secret number 2 is if you are relocating, if you're coming to the area and you wanted to come down for a weekend, if you work with us, we will provide accommodations for you to come down for the weekend, stay for the weekend, look around, we'll show you around, and then decide if this is somewhere you want to be. It's not too good to be true. I'm telling you, it is true. As long as we have the availability, you call us, we go on a Zoom call, we check out what you want, we show you a few things online, you're like, yeah, I really want to come see it. We will provide the accommodation for you and your family to come down for a weekend. All you gotta do is pay for the plane ticket, fly down, and get to the location we give you. We could pick you up from the location and take you wherever you want to go. So if you didn't want to rent a car, you could fly in, take an Uber to the accommodation that we're going to provide for you. We'll pick you up, we'll drive you around town, show you whatever you want to see, and then you could take an Uber back to the airport, and then you're out for the weekend. There's a lot of buyers that come down like that. So if I relocated from New York in 2012, I wish somebody had done that for me. So if you're relocating from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Chicago, California, Minneapolis, wherever it is, just let us know and we will provide the accommodation for you that allows you to come down for the weekend, take a look at different areas. It may not be Clermont, it could be Winter Garden, Davenport, wherever you want to look. Regarding the Pulte community, Pulte Delco community, the amenity centers will not be open until 2027, 2028, right? So if you're buying in any of these communities, bear in mind that the amenity will not be open when you purchase. You'll have to wait maybe a year and a half for the amenity to come in. So this whole corridor, the Wellness Ridge corridor, which Olympus is coming to, is going to be a very interesting location because there's so many builders coming in and building that it will help to also keep your property value up. So if you have any questions, if you're interested, if you're like, oh my gosh, I want to find more, definitely give us a call, send us a text. Our information should be somewhere here, somewhere below. We do a lot of consultations on Zoom. And just remember, if you wanted to come in for the weekend to check things out, we will do the accommodations for you. I did promise you a secret, and that's what the secret is. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel and click on the little bell so you'll be notified each time we put out a new video. Whenever we give you any kind of new construction, we always are going to tell you what's around it, what makes sense. And remember, if you're in the market, I know interest rates are kind of high and all this stuff is going on, but now is a great time to buy, guys, because you're going to get the best deals because the builders want to sell. They're in the business of selling. They want to move their home. So this would be a great time to kind of look into buying new construction. And if you're relocating, we have the accommodations for you. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on the next one.